I'm Mallory, and let's talk about breakout games. I'm sure you probably have an idea of what a breakout game is, but as a refresher, you work in a group to solve puzzles that eventually lead to opening a box. The games are timed, and you must finish before time runs out. Breakout games have become increasingly popular. You can find businesses almost everywhere offering a chance to crack the code and escape the locked room. But did you know you can use a breakout game in your classroom? I know, it sounds daunting, but breakout games are very adaptable and work for any content area. They do take a lot of pre-planning, but the results are fabulous. So let's talk about how to get ready for a breakout game in your classroom. First, you will need to decide how the game will end. What do you want the children to get from it? Do you want them to review the content or learn something new? It's up to you. Next, start gathering the supplies. You will need locks. These can be virtual or physical. The locks should be of different types, like directional, keyed, combination, or word. You will also need a lockable container, riddles and puzzles, and most importantly, a prize. You may also want a hasp to lock all the locks onto the container. Now you need to create the riddles and puzzles. Make sure they tie into what you want the children to get from it. The puzzles will need to vary in difficulty to keep the students' attention. If they are too hard, they will give up, and if they are too easy, they will whiz right through them. The breakout room will need to be set up in advance, and a run-through is recommended. If puzzles and riddles are not your thing, don't worry. You can find various pre-made games online and other resources to help you along. But before you let the children dive in, make sure they know the rules and how to play. You may also want to limit lock usage to one student to keep them from just trying to break the lock. You will also need to break them into smaller groups of 4 or less. Too many children in a group will leave some of them out. During the game, they may need a hint, but don't just give them the answer and limit them to just a few hints. So let's see an example I made for a classroom. First, I got a box and I filled it with a prize. I then locked it with 3 locks, a directional lock, a word lock, and a 4-number lock. I then went over the rules and how to play the game. I then handed out clue number 1. Clue number 1 stated, apple pie, pecan pie, and pumpkin pie all have this number in common. Take the first 3 numbers and multiply it by 4. Well, that number is pi, so 3.14 multiplied by 4 is 12.56. This number opened up the 4-number lock. Clue number 2 was put the fractions in order from least to greatest. Find the word in which they spell. They found the correct order is 2 20ths, 1/3, 1/2, 5 halves, and 7 ones. This spelled the word blues. This opened the word lock. Clue 3 said to fill in the missing spaces, it will show you the direction to go. The students found that N equals 4, M equals 3, P equals 1, Q equals 20, and R equals 100. This showed them the directional lock combination. They have now solved all the clues and unlocked the box. Now they get the prize. Prizes could be extra credit, candy, no homework pass. Just make sure whatever you choose is approved by administration. So what are the results of a breakout game in your classroom? Well, breakout games are a great way for the students to review the content. It can be used during any time of the year to learn more about your students' abilities. The games have children use collaboration, communication, creativity, and critical thinking, which are all the 21st century skills. Breakout games are also game-based learning. Research shows that students who use game-based learning techniques outperform the ones who don't on standardized tests. It also increases student engagement and performance. Students love the challenge of beating the clock and winning a prize. They will work hard, have fun, and learn something in the process. So, try a breakout game in your classroom. You won't be disappointed.